Today.
I'm doing okay, doing all right. How about you?
Good. I'm really sorry I missed your other calls.
Oh, no worries, no worries. I wasn't sure if I dialed the right number, so I called again. So like, well, if they're busy, then they won't answer. So I got a few numbers that I've got hooked up before, so I wasn't sure if I dialed the right number, but it's all good. It's all good.
I don't know how I missed them, but I did. Sometimes when I get out of church, I forget to turn the sound back on.
Oh, it's all good. Well, things, people get busy, and I'm not going to be here much longer, so hopefully the next couple of calls I'll be able to make it from my phone.
Good.
If I get my phone back.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if I told you that they took it in for forensic analysis. I don't know if I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah.
We had a few books returned that were sent to you, and I guess they didn't even put it on your property.
Oh, I did receive one book. Yes, Miracle on Atlanta.
Yeah, but I think that we ordered a few more for you that were returned.
Oh, they were returned. Yeah, I didn't get notice of anything being put in my property, so.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah, well, that's not right, because it should either go on your property or you should have a notice that says that they were rejected.
Yeah, and I didn't get the pink slip at all.
I'm just letting you know.
I'll double check. I'll talk with the guards to see if anything was rejected and for what. But I am liking that book.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, the other ones
much.
were very similar, same author.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you're going to get out, and then what are you going to do? You're going to leave Vegas?
Well, unfortunately, I can't leave until I'm off probation. They reinstated my probation.
For how long?
So I should probably be on for about 8 months, 9 months.
Oh, well, I would get
Which is why Mr. Dickerson and Kenneth Mead wanted me to be violated.
Yeah.
Because then, I would have been off quick.
Yeah.
It would have been a short probation. It was only set for 2 years.
Yeah.
A fixed 2 years. But I can ask for an honorable discharge. I get 20 days off my sentence for each month that I stay out of trouble. So I was looking at a really short period of time, and I believe that Mr. Dickerson and Kenneth Mead were banking on the original judge who was handling the case to be on the bench. But fortunately, he chose to retire about maybe 2.5 weeks before my revocation hearing was heard. And I saw after my revocation hearing in the papers that the original judge, Judge Doug Smith, is under scrutiny by the Nevada Supreme Court for going his own routes and ignoring well-established law, which one justice described his actions as. So it was a blessing. It was a blessing that he decided to get off of the bench, because a few guards and a few other officers did tell me that if he was on the bench, I definitely would have been in prison.
Well, that is very interesting. What's that judge's name again?
Doug Smith. He was with the 8th District Court. And it's funny because I was talking to my dad here on the phone, and I was like, it's strange, how everything's been going down, and just a lot of strange things I haven't even mentioned to you guys yet. And as I looked down at the newspaper on the floor, right there, front page, Judge Doug Smith under scrutiny by the Nevada Supreme Court. And I picked it up. I read the article, and apparently he's been a lot of his actions have been questioned by a lot of legal scholars. He's made families go through the nightmare over again by making them, ignoring well-established law, making Supreme Court hear them, overturn them, and sometimes victims' families have to go through it all over again just because he thinks he can just make laws on the bench. So it's a good thing he's off.
Is he good buddies with Mead and Dickerson?
I believe he is. I believe he is good friends with, especially Mr. Dickerson. If not me, him and Dickerson are really good friends. And the reason for that is because when they submitted the concerning Facebook posts, which weren't direct threats or anything, his behavior, I want to get that video because he flips out. He says, no, Mr. Buchanan, he's talking to my attorney. No, Mr. Buchanan, your client says things like this. He should go to prison. And my attorney quietly said, Your Honor, none of the posts are illegal. They're not illegal in nature. They may be distasteful to some, but they're not illegal. Well, you know what? If something happens to two cops, cops get hurt, I have to be the son of a bitch who gets put on the front page and has to get ridiculed and mocked through the system and whatnot. He just goes on this huge rant, just a level of unprofessionalism that I've seen in a judge, in a long time. I haven't seen that in a judge in a long time. I want to get that video because even my attorney was surprised on how he behaved. When he goes back, this is what he does. The judge then, and this is for my original sentencing on February 26th, by the way. The judge goes to the back. I get put in handcuffs because I said, you know what, I'm changing my mind. I don't want you to sentence me. I want to go to trial because if you think I belong in prison and you looked at me and you smirked and said you think I belong in prison because of these posts, I changed my mind. I don't want you to sentence me today because you're probably going to sentence me to prison.
Yeah.
I withdraw my plea. Let's go to trial. I go to the holding tanks in the back. My attorney comes back and talks to me. We chat for a little bit. And I told my attorney, let's go to trial. Mr. Dickerson even admitted he didn't have a strong case, which is why he agreed to probation with a misdemeanor at the end. I said, why are we going down this route? Let's just go to trial. I come back out. The whole courtroom has been cleared out. Everyone is cleared out, but Detective Mead. Detective Mead is right there in the front row. And the judge comes back out and says, okay, look, I'm calm now. All right, I'll stick to the stipulations and all this and blah, blah, blah. And I said, no, we're going to trial. Forget it. And then the judge says, well, I have to remand him back into custody because of these posts. It concerns me. And he remanded me back into custody, and Mr. Dickerson requested that my bail be raised to $100,000.
Oh my gosh.
Possession of a concealed firearm case, yeah. And that's on that video. I want that DVD. It's only $25. Something I definitely gotta get because it shows his reaction. It shows Detective Kenneth Mead in the courtroom, and it also shows Mr. Dickerson asking for an outrageous amount of bail. That even the marshals were even shocked at. The marshal says, I've never heard of $100,000 bail for some silly Facebook posts and for possession of a concealed firearm.
Wow. Well, that'll be a good DVD to have, and I wouldn't mind a copy if it comes up, or if you post it, I'd like to mirror it. But let me also read this to you. Today this came out, Paul Joseph Watson from InfoWars?
Yes.
He made a video today called Facebook Puts a Fatwa on Me. And then he posted the new community standards as of yesterday that said, do not post threats that could lead to death or other forms of high severity violence of any targets where the threat is defined as any of the following. And this is short. It says statements of intent to commit high severity violence or calls for high severity violence. And then this is the part, right? So that's good, right? So this is Facebook. And then they put in brackets, unless the target is an organization or individual covered in the Dangerous Individuals and Organizations Policy or is described as having carried out violent crimes or sexual offenses wherein criminal predator status has been established by, not courts, but by media reports, market knowledge of news events, etc. So they put a fatwa out on Paul Watson and Alex Jones, and it was big news today. And everybody made a big stink about it, and then they took it down this afternoon. They took that part down. But basically, Facebook is calling for violence against news reporters.
Right.
And then, listen to this one. Tony Robinson, you know, in England, he just held up a microphone after the court proceedings and he asked the pedophiles there, how do you like the verdict? And they're putting him in prison tomorrow for maybe 2 years in solitary where they have a fatwa on him. And he begged President Trump for asylum because he already spent 3 months in solitary where they almost killed him and they tortured him and he wants to get out of that country. He has 3 beautiful daughters, beautiful wife and mother.
Wow, that's horrible.
He said England, the UK is gone. It's gone. They couldn't even get out of Brexit with their democracy. Once you lose your sovereignty, it's almost impossible to get it back.
Yeah. I mean, this is, it's scary because I heard someone talking about, you know, the signs, you know, the end times, you know, when things start happening. And you know, what's good is called bad, and what's bad is good.
Oh,
And the poor guy,
yeah,
you know, the poor guy, just for exposing the truth, he's getting punished. He's being punished, you know, heavily for it.
Yep, it's totally biblical. But and then there's I don't know if you have a radio or news or anything there, but do you remember Jeffrey Epstein?
No, I don't.
Well, he owned an island. He's a billionaire in New York and has a place in Palm Beach, and he has an airplane called Lolita Express. And he has an island in the Virgin Islands called Pedophile Island, and Bill Clinton was there. I think he was on the plane 26 times, and they just arrested him on Saturday. And not Clinton, but Epstein, and they found 7 floors in his multi-million-dollar, I think $77 million house in New York, and they found dental chairs, they found kiddie porn, and he entertained, wined, and dined all the big celebrities and elite. And
he has white hair, like white peppery hair.
Yep.
Like, okay, it's actually just showing up on the news right now. I'm in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's big news, huge news.
Investigation looking into Epstein's finances. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Finances, my goodness. But it's more about the child sacrifice. He's got a sacrificial mausoleum, like a temple on the island where the kids are probably killed, and snuff films and stuff. And they broke into one of his vaults at the house, the FBI did, and they found all kinds of stuff. It's really big news. And so the media is trying to tie it to Trump. And let me just say from what I've seen, who knows, right? Who knows? I don't know. But Trump said that he hasn't seen him for 15 years. He wasn't a fan of his, and he kicked him out and barred him from his clubs, like in Florida and stuff.
Yeah, that's actually showing up on the screen right now.
Yeah, they're trying to paint it like it's all Trump, you know, Trump was the pedophile, but I think it was Clinton.
You have 1 minute left.
Right.
So there's
it's showing Trump filed some type of paperwork barring him from entering any of his
there you go.
of his clubs. So yeah, there is a legal document showing that Trump cut off ties to him years ago.
It's absolutely crazy out here, Joshua. I hope you're enjoying your peace and quiet.
Yeah, well, we did have earthquakes.
Oh, yeah.
Earthquakes here. That was nuts.
Yep, there's a guy on YouTube, Dutch Sense. He says another one is coming to California within a day, and Nikki is really following the earthquakes closely.
Wow, yeah, it's nuts. I pray that it doesn't happen, but we'll see. We'll see what goes down soon in the next days to come.
All right, well, I'm sorry you didn't get your books, and we'll keep you in our prayers, and we look forward to call when you walk out the door.
I will. I'll call you guys. Thank you guys very much.
Thanks for calling, Joshua.
Securus.
Love you.
Goodbye.
We love you.